Hey, yo, I want to talk about The Life and Death of Thunder Junction, a controversial set that had many issues, but a popular set that had a much beloved play environment for those that got the chance to experience it. Was this set a bold new step towards perfecting Magic as a game, or was it a symptom of larger problems going on behind the scenes? Well, no time to think about it because Modern Horizons 3 has dropped and we're all about that now. In this world of constant new products and instant gratification, we don't have time to enjoy a set like Thunder Junction that's 2 months old already. Modern Horizons 3 is here, but that's been released already? Meaning it's old? Have the Bloomburrow previews started yet? Is that what we're meant to be hyped about? And what about spoilers for Assassin's Creed? Oh god, Duskmourn's coming any day now. Are we supposed to be hyped about that? Ugh, am I right? Exhausting. But in terms of player focus and excitement, Thunder Junction is dead. Long live Thunder Junction. So I thought, what better way to celebrate its life than a 12-pack Commander Scramble? The game is simple, open 12 packs and, not including basic lands, see if we can pull enough cards for a complete and legal Commander deck. I'm going to use play boosters to do it, which can include cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, Breaking News, The Big Score, and special guests. And the good news is, none of the cards from those sets are banned in Commander, so we can use whatever we pull. However, the challenge comes in with the numbers. Commander is a singleton format with decks that require 100 cards, 37 of which we're going to assume are lands and technically could all just be basics, so we're not really interested in any land cards that we pull from the packs. I mean, they're always nice, but we don't need them here. But what we do need is 63 unique non-land cards to make up this deck. Pulling 2 of the same card is often good for standard, but it'll be bad for us here due to the singleton nature of the format. Now, the chance of us pulling 63 cards of one colour from 12 packs is very improbable, potentially impossible. So, if we assume our commander is 2 colour and don't include our commander itself, that means that we need to pull 31-ish unique cards of each colour to make up this deck. Obviously less when you factor in colourless and multicoloured cards. Doable, but really, what we're hoping for is to pull a 3-colour commander. That will work out to only be about 20-ish unique cards of each colour. Again, not factoring in colourless or multicolour, and those numbers are a bit more achievable here. Will a deck with literally every card from at least 2 colours across 12 packs be a good commander deck? Probably not, but will it be legal? Yes, if we can do it, and the first step in discovering if we can is finding our commander, which for our best chance of success will have to be one of these 10 cards, who, unless I've missed any, are all the cards from the set that can be a commander for a 3-colour deck. Where am I getting the packs? Well, if you watched this video of mine, a different 12-pack challenge, you'll know that a couple of months ago I got sent this package with no idea what was inside. And I was shocked when I saw its contents. It was sent to me by Xatu Games, not a sponsor, not a partner, they haven't asked me to make this video, they don't pay me, they don't get any creative control or review. I will include a link to their website below because the gift was very nice and I appreciate it, but it's not an affiliate link and supporting them doesn't support me in any way. It was just that, a gift that I've chosen to make a video about. But what a gift though. Xatu sell all sorts of things from board games, video games, miniatures, Lego, tabletop RPGs, so it could have been anything in there, but what it was a sealed box of the latest set, at the time, Thunder Junction. Now, in my previous video, we only opened up a handful of the packs, so let me call my assistant, Mr. Hands, hello, to grab the box and let's get started. Wonderful. Mr. Hands, did you put it back in the shrink wrap after we opened it? Weird, but okay, if you could please open it up again. There we go. Gorgeous, and with plenty of packs left for us to open here. Right, grab 12 of them please. Very nice. And let's hope that we have the same sort of luck that we had last time. We got some amazing pulls, like that new Jace card and, oh yeah, Mana Drain and Vaultborn Tyrant too. So, fingers crossed I guess, as we open up Pack 1. Okay, so as usual, we have our commons, our uncommons and wildcards, our rares or mythics, our special slot feature, the foil, the land, and the token. And hey, look, we have a colourless card already. So regardless of what we make, Gold Pan can go into any deck. Plus, it creates a treasure token for 2 mana, which is very nice. But what we really need to find is a commander, and well, bloody hell, pack 1 and we've done it. I guess the spotlight card for this pack is Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. She's blue, black, red, and she synergizes with cards that trigger during your upkeep. Okay, well, that was easy. Now we just need 20-ish cards in each of those colours, and this will have been a success. So on to Pack 2. And some good pulls. Not a lot of support for Rebecca in terms of mechanics, but then she may not be the only 3-colour commander that we pull. And in fairness, cards like Seize the Secrets, a potential 2-mana card draw, are good in any blue deck. However, our Spotlight card actually goes to Lush Oasis. I know I said we're not interested in lands, but if we can find a commander with green and blue, it would be nice not to have to run 37 basics if we can avoid it. Actually, Mr. Hands, I assume you're keeping track, so out of curiosity, how many green cards have we pulled so far? Oh, okay. I mean, it's only been 2 packs so far, so it won't be many, but until we find another commander, maybe we should just focus on Obeka's colours going forward. We'll see. Anyway, pack 3. And oh, hey look, it's my girl Roxanne. Plus, we have another dual land with green. Sorry, Obeka. But the Spotlight card for this pack is Slick Shot Lockpicker, which has an Enter the Battlefield ability to give an instant or sorcery card in your graveyard flashback. It's obviously not as powerful, but it does have echoes of Snapcaster Mage, and that card is so good that even a worse version of it is still worth paying attention to. Shame Mr. Hands has taken such a blurry picture of it. I guess he's not a slick shot. Yeah, okay, sorry about that, let's move on. Pack 4. And another colourless spell. This time a creature that lets you surveil. Very useful and almost certainly going into any deck that we make. And because that ability is universally useful, it won't just be there to make up the numbers as a colourless card either, which is nice. But I'm excited to say our Spotlight card for the pack is Fling. One of the best representations of theme meeting mechanics that you can ask for. Fling. Sacrifice a creature, deal damage equal to that creature's power to any target. You're literally picking up one of your creatures and throwing it at someone. This is peak design, I love it. Pack 5. And, why the blank screen? Mr. Hands, did you forget to take a photo of Pack 5? This is why I don't pay you. Oh, well, at least you remembered to take a photo of the cards. Cool. But hey, look, a dual land we can use with Rebecca. Sick. But the Spotlight card for this pack goes to Demonic Ruckus, because I'm pretty sure that art is depicting the demon Rakdos. But what is happening with his scale in this set? Sorry for the tangent, but when Rakdos was first introduced in cards like Rakdos the Defiler and Lord of Riots, you can see that the people around him are about shin high to him in comparison, if he stood to his full height. In later cards like Showstopper and the Lord of Riots reprint, we can see he's gotten bigger, with the average person around him now only being about the size of his foot. I feel no card better conveys his new size than Unlikely Aid, where Gideon rides atop his head and can barely be seen because he's so small in comparison. Okay, Demonic Ruckus and Rakdos the Muscle from Thunder Junction, and he's shrunk back down? People around him are shin high in comparison again? Okay. But in these cards, Plan the Heist and Rakish Crew, well, what the fuck is this? This is the same set as those last 2 cards. No time has passed narratively, and he's what, like just 12 foot tall now? Fucking Oko is up to his chest, and Vraska is nearly as tall as he is? Why? Why do this? What's this about? I don't know, man. It's not a big deal, but I noticed it. Anyway, pack 6. Oh, we've got a picture this time, good. And, uh-oh, another copy of Seize the Secrets. That's not what we want. Doubles don't help us when trying to make a commander deck. Let's look at the Spotlight card for this pack, which is Mirage Messer, another land, but one that lets us pick which colour it adds, very useful in a 3-colour deck. And now, let's take a look at how we're doing in terms of legal cards for Rebecca. Mr. Hands, how many blue cards do we have currently? Oh, 12. If we're aiming for about 20 of each colour, that's more than half of what we need, and we're only halfway through opening our packs. What about black? 9, okay, slightly less, but not terrible. And I guess we've opened up a few colourless cards to make up the difference, hopefully. What about red? 14, wow, okay. Obviously, the more unique cards that we get, the less likely we are to open up another unique one of that colour, and the more likely we are to open up a double, but so far, this is looking good. Let's hope we keep up this pace. Pack 7. Okay, I believe that's the first time that we've seen a Loan Shark, so that's another new blue one. And our first Mine Raider, so that's another new red one. Things are going well. But our Spotlight card for this pack has to go to the eye-roll-inducing Cunning Coyote, who... Wait, you know what? No. Let's put him on the other side of the screen. You'll see why in a second. Yeah, there we go. Because this coyote is one of a pair. The other half being, can you guess? An actual Roadrunner. Do you get it? It's a coyote and a Roadrunner. Get it? Ugh. Pack 8. And this pack has some cards with some interesting art. Trained Arinx, is that? I really appreciate because it's an old school art style that we don't see much of nowadays. A lot of modern Magic art has this sort of digital gloss uniformity to it, so it's really refreshing to see something like this. An old school throwback. But our spotlight card for the pack is Gold Vein Hydra, just because it is such a powerhouse. Vigilance, Trample, Haste, enters with X/1/1 counters on it for its casting cost, which makes it playable at any stage of the game. And when it dies, it creates treasure tokens equal to its power. Gnarly. This is a good card. Shame it's in green, so it probably won't end up in our deck today, unless we're lucky enough to find a different 3-color commander, of course. Pack 9. And is it me, or has every one of these showcase frame cards had white in it? With the game that we're playing, you really need these weird bonus sheet includes to provide the odd one of just to make up the numbers. After this pack, we'll check out how we're getting on with our blue, black and red singles. But for now, our showcase card is a reprint of Snakeskin Veil, just as an example of power creep in the game. If we compare this to the old card Ranger's Guile from original Innistrad, which is another 1-mana green instant that gives +1/+1 and hexproof until end of turn, you'll see that Snakeskin Veil is strictly better, because the +1/+1 sticks around on the creature as a counter. It's only subtle, but with power creep like this in the game, I wonder how long before we see a card with the same cost that adds the hexproof as a counter so that it sticks around as well. Anyway, Mr. Hands, please, how many blue cards have we opened? 14, okay. 3 copies of that Phantom Interference would have been wonderful for a standard deck, but is hurting us here. What about black? Oh dear, only 11? And we're 3/4 of the way through opening the packs. Okay, black needs to start pulling its weight. Show me the red. 19 for red, that's more like it. Maybe it's not all lost then. How many colourless cards do we have? Oh, yeah, okay, this is going to be tight. But, you know, I have confidence, we can do this. Pack 10. And oh yeah, boom, Bandit's Hall, another colourless, we needed that. But our spotlight card for the pack is Ankle Biter, as this might be a good example against power creep in the game like I was just talking about. I compared the previous green card to one of that from Innistrad, so doing that again, Ankle Biter is similar to Ambush Viper. Both are snakes with Death Touch, and while Ankle Biter is cheaper, Ambush Viper has Flash and is a 2/1. I think I'd say even though it's more expensive, it's probably the better card, but not by much. Being a single mana Death Touch that you can play on turn 1 does have its advantages. I don't know, it's nice to see a card like this that's just a single word of text still being printed in new sets. Ankle Biter feels like a bit of a throwback, as it doesn't feel subject to the power creep or the complexity creep that we seem to be seeing in a lot of sets lately. I wish more cards were like Ankle Biter. Pack 11. And I'm pretty sure we've not seen Consuming Ashes opened in a pack before, and I don't think we've seen this mythic Harvester of Misery either. So, nice to see black pulling its weight in the packs and finally making an appearance. But the spotlight card for the pack goes to Eartha Joe Frontier Mentor. Because, come on Watsy. If you really want to sell us on the idea that this set isn't just made up of any old art left lying around and unused from previous sets, maybe don't put in a card that features a core on some floating rocks that are clearly from Zendikar. It doesn't matter how many cowboy hats you add to it or how many cactuses you paint over the top, this card is clearly not set on Thunder Junction. I'm willing to admit I might be wrong and maybe the plane does have floating rocks, but I can't look at this and not think reused art from Zendikar. Pack 12. I'm just going to move straight to the spotlight card because when I first saw this, I went on such a journey with it. So, this one. Maybe it's just me, but the first thing I do when I see a new card is skim read the text. And if we look closer, look at that. It's another new card that lets white ramp. So far so good, and it does it in a way that feels very white. It doesn't let you get ahead, but it does let you catch up. Big fan of this so far. Then I looked at the type line. A rabbit mercenary? That's interesting. They're becoming more frequent, but you don't see that many humanoid rabbits in Magic, so I was surprised to read that type line as I hadn't really looked at the art yet, but hey, look. Yeah, that's a rabbit. Look at those ears going through the hat. Yeah, I'm into it. I like this card. I wonder why he's a rabbit. Probably support for the Bloomburrow set that's coming out? Interesting. But I wonder what plane he's from. I wonder what this means for the lore. And then I read the card's name. Claim Jumper. Oh, never mind. That's why he's a rabbit. This card is a fucking joke. And I was so disappointed. I honestly thought that we were doing something interesting or fun with the lore here, but no. It's just another dumb pun on a card. This rabbit's existence is a joke, and the joke's on me because for a moment I was idiot enough to care. It sucks. I hate these meme cards like fucking Steer Clear, Holy Cow and Lone Shark. But, okay, Mr. Hands, that was our last pack, so let's count them up. How many multicolored cards did we get? 19, good numbers, and of those, how many could be our commander? Oh, 8 of them. But at this point, I think we're going to stick with Obeka. She's 3 color, so we'll use her to try and make the deck. However, out of curiosity, how many cards did we pull in her colors that actually synergize with her ability? Oh, just the one? Jasper Flint. Cool. Well, I did say this deck wouldn't be very good. I didn't realize it would be that bad though. She's clearly designed for Commander. If there's no mechanical support for her, it's weird that they've printed her in a pack designed for Draft. But whatever, let's see those multicolored cards again. How many can go into this deck? 2 blue-black, 1 black-red, 2 blue-red, and Obeka herself. That's 6 cards in total out of 63 so far. Again, for fun, Mr. Hands, could you strip out all of the doubles and show me how many unique white cards we could have had in our deck if we had a commander with that colour? Ooh, 22, that's not bad numbers. Not enough to support a 2-colour deck, I suspect, but had we had a 3-colour commander with white in it, then that would have been easily enough. What about green? Wow, 21 unique green cards. Again, that's good numbers, had we had the right commander for it. But let's look at what we're actually working with, now that we know that Obeka is our commander. We need 63 cards, less 6 for the multicolored ones that we've already added, so that means that we need 57 collectively across our blue, black, red, and colorless cards. So, show me the unique blue ones. Oh no, only 17, oh dear. White and green did better than that. But okay, we'll add them in, so that's 40 cards left to go. It seemed to be our weakest colour earlier, but let's see how black ended up. Oh dear, 13 cards. That's nearly half what white got, jeez. But okay, add them in, 27 cards left to go. That's tough, but still doable. Come on, red, show me big numbers. That's more like it, 21 cards, boom. We only need 6 more to go. We are so close until we've done it. A full, legal commander deck in just 12 packs. It is down to colourless. If we've got 6 colourless cards, we've nailed it. Let's see. Oh no, only 4 colourless cards? Oh, that hurts. That was so close, only 2 cards short. Well, what can I say? Here's the deck. This will probably be the last video I do opening packs from this set, and I wanted it to be a success. I wanted to send Thunder Junction off with one last hurrah, and we were so painfully close to doing just that, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. We got incredibly lucky on pack 1, opening up a 3-colour commander straight away, but then only 13 unique black cards across all of the packs. That is heartbreaking, big oof. So sadly, as we say farewell to Outlaws of Thunder Junction, I guess that means that this 12-pack Commander Scramble is a fail. Rest in peace, Thunder Junction. You'll soon fade from the minds of the player base, but while you were here, you were controversial, but at least you were a lot of fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Is there a 3-colour commander from the set that you wish we'd pulled instead? If we'd have had one with white and green in it, then we'd have smashed this easily. And a big thank you again to Zatu Games for sending this. I looked and they do ship internationally if you're interested in checking them out. Again, not a sponsor, and to any other companies out there watching, feel free to send me stuff, but I do not promise to feature it in a video. What do you guys think of Obeka? Isn't it weird to include her in the set? She wasn't in the Commander products, these were the play boosters for Standard. And there's seemingly so few cards from the set that work with her upkeep ability that I have to assume she was designed with only Commander in mind. I don't know, what's here taking Magic in some weird directions lately? Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you to everyone that supports me, like James Diamond, Eggboy the Particle that permeates all existence, and the rest of my patrons whose names are on screen now. I'd also like to thank the sponsor for this video, me and my Patreon page, where you can get your name credited on screen too. Check it out in the link in the description below. Hit the like button, leave a comment, install an adblock, and most importantly, subscribe and share this video with a friend. Hit the notification bell and do all those things the algorithm loves. If you agree or disagree with any of my points, or you want to see me do a video on another subject, let me know and I will see you next time.